Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an amendment that would offer some critical protection for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I hope my colleagues on both sides of the aisle can agree to this. It adds language from my friend Congressman Mike Thompson's Resource Protection Act, which was introduced in the last Congress. Under current law, the Fish and Wildlife Service does not have specific statutory authority to seek compensation from responsible parties for National Wildlife Refuge System resources that are deliberately damaged or destroyed. We only have to recall the events of the occupation of the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in Oregon to get an idea of the scale of the damages that can occur in these situations. On January 2nd of last year, Ammon Bundy led a group of anti-government activists on a 41-day armed occupation inside the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge, and in their wake, these occupiers left trash and liquor bottles strewn across buildings. There was damage to the property, including walls, delays to ongoing conservation projects, and efforts to fight invasive species. These were public lands set aside for the benefit of all Americans, and they were trashed and disrespected by militant vandals. The vandalism and the damage to the refuge property in this case amounted to $4 million. Who's responsible for footing the bill? With the way the law stands right now, that cost falls on us, the American people, and everybody here in the room and everybody watching on C-SPAN. When such damages occur, the costs for repair and restoration have to come out of the appropriated budget for that particular refuge, often at the expense of other recreational opportunities and programs that enhance the experience for hunters, anglers, and other outdoor sports enthusiasts. And I can promise you the Malheur Refuge did not have $4 million sitting around in a special fund to pay for the Bundy's little insurrection. So what's the solution? Other federal agencies like the National Park Service already have the authority to seek damages from responsible parties. The Fish and Wildlife Service should have that same authority. The Fish and Wildlife Service shouldn't have to use taxpayer dollars to cover the costs of repairing refuge resources that were intentionally damaged. So this amendment protects not only refuge property, but also the invaluable lands and waters that our sportsmen and women use for outdoor recreation. It gives this committee a clear choice. Do you side with the militant anti-government vandals or with hunters and anglers and wildlife enthusiasts who legally enjoy our public lands? I urge my colleagues to vote yes and yield back the remainder of my time.